Prashna. Aruna Prashna is the title of the first chapter or first Prashna of Taittiriya Aranyaka, which originally contains around 6 chapters, and the Taittiriya Aranyaka begins with that. And what is Aranyaka? They are all belonging to the Vedic literature. The Veda Sahityam spreads into these forms: Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, Sutra, Upanishads, and so. So, Upanishad is Vedanta. That is whatever covered in our Vedic texts, all that has been given to us and in the various Upanishads. That's why we just now recited, Ya Upanishadsu dharmaha te mayi santu. So, dharmaha kutrasthaha bhavanti. Where are the dharmas? Dharmas are innumerably, invariably, at all different places. The entire Vedas, Samhita, Brahmana have been spread out. But we want to know, at least importantly, some dharmas. What are dharma? Dharma is pavanani cha sarvasaha, as Vyasa Bhagavan told in Mahabharata or Vishnu Sahasranama particularly. So pavanani, they are all dharmas are sanctifiers. They are the sanitizers. And they are all secrets. And they are all revealed to those people who seek them to know. And when once they know the dharma, when once they practice dharma, they are all called as dharmins. So, dharma jayam, dharma deva jayaha. So, only when we take to dharma, we are going to have the success, victory, and permanence. And whatever that you acquire comforts through adharma are temporary. That is open for nasha. But dharma nasha can never take place. Always it takes dharmodharna, it takes place. So thereby, we have got dharma being explained and explained and then made us to understand what is the behavioral excellence. Therefore, Upanishatsu dharmaha te mayi santu. So that kind of dharma which will protect us in all round, that dharma is there in Upanishads. And before that, we got Aranyakas. That's why they always combine the Aranyaka and Upanishad, they go hand in hand because they are both are taken as the philosophical literatures. What is philosophy? Vedanta. What is Vedanta? Translations we talk about. But the fact is that the Vedanta is, they talk about the love for wisdom. See, Vedanta Jnana is available only to those who entertain the love for wisdom. So if you don't have a love or liking or attachment or study or interest in that, you will not come to know that. Therefore, philosophical literature, they just infuse you, because our human life upon the earth is only to usefully spend, so that we will not be again repeating to come back to this earth. Na punaravrittihi, na punaravrittihi. So again a question comes, who are the deities who are capable or even eligible to grant us success, to grant us all attainment in spiritual path and ultimately give us the moksha, the emancipation. Therefore, it is said, moksha pradam jnaninam. See, Bhagavad Gita and all that is moksha pradam. They are all helping you to go to the non. So in that spree, what we should do, that is, we have been taught by our elders and rishis and saints and philosophers that prayer is the only one way out, that we will be able to completely succeed. So, prarthana, submission of all our desires before the to the feet of Paramatma is an important thing, so that he will take hold of us. So that's why the dehi me dadamite, nidhehi me nidadamite. is the contract or a talk or dialogue between a priest and the Lord Indra or the gods. So we are now in the study of the Aruna Prashna, and we are coming to know about the wealth of Surya Bhagavan, the mythology of Surya Bhagavan, the function of Surya Bhagavan, and his influence upon the people at all times of Surya Bhagavan. And on the other hand, what we should understand is he is really not connected to one place, or he is Mr. Everybody. Everybody is concerned with Surya Bhagavan because he has no partiality or egoism or anything like that. Whether it is a hut or palace, whether it is a city or a forest, the light of Surya Bhagavan is common, same. There is no difference. And now, no God singularly would be effective upon attending their desires and loka vyavahara. So for the administration and organization of the world, we require the associateship of various gods. So that we have been able to understand and realize that no single God, no single person will be all capable. He has to take the assistance, cooperation and coordination, etc. and see that the order, the world order, social order is uplifted. So in that sequence, now we are at a stage where we are talking about Indra. And Indra is Surya and Surya is Indra because they're all energies emanated from Mahavishnu, Mahanarayana, or one God, whom you also describe as the Parabrahma, supreme being. So that beyond whom there is nothing, there is no ruler, there is no Ishvara, beyond him he is any and everybody. So in that being the case, but Surya Bhagavan is Indra, and Indra is the king of all gods. So we are here trying to come to the Surya Bhagavan, but who is but Agni only, because we have noted from Kalidasa that Dinante Nihitam Tejaha Savitreva Hutasanaha in Raghuvamsha, 4th canto, Kalidasa gives us a beautiful picture. What are the two important emanations and powers which are guarding the entire Ahoratri? Aha is day, Rahatri. So Ahoratri put together one full day, 24 hours, night and day put together. So Nihitam Teja Savitra. Savitru Devata, the sun will be giving lot of plenitude of light during the daytime. And the same Savita becomes Agni in the night time. So that's why we have got Surya and Agni, they form together. So here you observe that Indra, we are just introduced some ideas about Indra, and we have noted the Asankhyataha Sahasrani Smaryate Nachadrusyate Yevam Etam Nibodhata. So the Agni, the Aruna Ketuka Agni, is available to us in a number of forms, but it is very difficult to count them. In other words, you can understand the entire sky is occupied by a number of stars, and each star is Agni by itself. Therefore, they come to know about this Agni only through the Veda, but that is Paramatma, and nobody would see him. So that's why there are a number of Agnis, and all that Agni is characterized as Aruna Ketuka Agni. See, Aruna and Ketuka represent the sun's rays. Ketukas are the rays. Aruna is the Aruna Bimba of Surya Bhagavan, which you see right in the morning before he becomes Surya. That's why Arunaya, Vrata Homa, we are going to come across that. To whom are you devoting yourself in the form of offering Varuna, Vratas and Homas and all that religious worship-worthy activity only to Aruna and Aruna. So here, in this we have known that Aruna Ketu Agni is known through the Shastra, but not by practice. There are several forms of Aruna Agni, and therefore we have to understand, Sarsparyate Nachadrusyate. You have only to remember, get the knowledge from the Veda, but you will not be able to see them. Not necessary. You are not seeing all 12 Adityas in the sky, and you cannot see all the 8 Suryas, Ashta Suryaha. You say, you have also noted that Arogo Braja Patara Patanga Swarnaro Jyodishiman Vibhasa Te Asmai Sarve Divamata Panti. I'm trying to reviewing that there are 8 suns, they are all trying to give light, energy, heat, etc., right, staying in the heaven. Therefore, we remember them. We don't see with our physical eye, and the form is like that only. And now, we have also covered a beautiful prayer for Indra, asking him to come to our sacrificial place with horses, which are very happy, which have their hair at that of the hue of the peacocks, and nobody can prevent them to come to our sacrificial yard. Therefore, we are asking, who hold the reins of the horses would not even stop the coming here. So the horses are continuously running. There is no stalling or stationing the horses or unhorsing the horses. So either the horses of the chariot of Arjuna or the horses of the chariot of Krishna, of Surya Bhagavan, they are all very, very powerful and divine and celestial horses are they. And when once the purpose is over, they withdraw their projections, as it happened in the case of the chariot of Krishna Arjunas. When Krishna Arjuna Anjaneya jumped out of the chariot after the Ranakatha being completed in Mahabharata, then in the divine order, the entire thing will burn and disappear. Arjuna was confused. What is this? The vehicle we brought is now out, disappeared or burned. Then they said, no, they are all meant only to fulfill a purpose. When Prayojana is done with, they will never continue to live. Because even our lives are also like that. We have come as a visitors to this Bhulokam, and we have the period, duration or probation for a particular number of years. When once that time is over, we cannot remain not even a fraction of a second further. For example, another example, we can quote that Shankaracharya, whom we remember always, who is a Jagat Guru. He felt 32 years will be good enough for him to do whatever maximum work could be done to revive Hinduism, to instill one pathway for all people, Advaita Marga, and explain some of the secrets of the Upanishads, Upanishad Bhashya, write some Prakardakandas and so on. So that's why these Surya Bhagavan, nobody can stop him, and he's constantly yoked and engaged. That's why you see that expression, Amandraihi Mandra Haribihi, Amandrair Hindra Haribihi, Yahi Mayura Romabihi, Matva Kechit Niyamurinna Pasina Dadan Vevatayihi. So you have Dadan Vevatayihi. So you all come to my sacrificial ground, keeping it on. And so, and moreover, Amandraihi Indra Haribihi. Please come to that which are Mandra, Amandra. They are very, very fast, and they are all good horses, Haribihi, and who has got very beautiful, the horses are quite beautiful to look at. They are having Mayura Romas. See, Mayura Roma, the Mayura is the peacock. Why among all birds, the peacock is the most beautiful bird, and it has got the rich plumes of variegated colors, and you love to see that peacock, and peacock also is a big dancer, and therefore our Bharat has chosen peacock as the national bird of India. And so the national bird, peacock, and moreover, aromas of the peacock are very much beautiful, Mayura. And moreover, the peacock is called as Mayura because the voice, the cooing of the peacock is so sonorous and beautiful and musical. So Maya Rauti iti Mayuraha, because the Rauti is to say Kekaha. And even that in Sanskrit, remembering the kind of sound that it is going to publish, it's called Kekaha. K is the kind of sound that the Mayura produces. That's why they are called Kekaha. And we have got Kaki, Kagaha, Kakaha. Well, depending upon the kind of sound, sonorous or otherwise, the bird also has been christened or coined in our name of the bird is coined in our Sanskrit. That's a different subject. So, Yahi Mayura Romavi, please come with such beautiful celestial horses. There is nobody to stop you. Come to our sacrificial place where we are performing the yajna. That's why we say. And again, in the next expression, we have noted, Amandrairindra Haribihi, Yami Mayura Romabihi, Mama Ke Chinnaye, Murinna Pasina, Nidhan Bevatagum Ivimi. We have covered that in our previous session, that you observe that the same expression 2 times has come up. But you have to observe the verb that is differentiating. Though the idea is same, you watch the verb, please. Look at here. Yahi. In the first expression, you get the verb as yahi, haribihi. Yahi, O Indra, along with your horses, which look very beautiful, which are very handsome, which have got variegated color or hue for the manes and so on, come to my place. There is no restriction at all to come to my sacrificial place. Matva ke chinniyam urinnapasinaha taha dadhanva ihi iva. So they are all like that. So provide fulfillment of words. When once, O God, Surya Bhagavan, you are Indra, when you come, you also try to fulfill our wants. Because every yajna is performed for a purpose. That's why yajna phala they call it. So yajna, no yajna is done without phala. But ultimately, we have got to have other kind of yajna which will help you to have moksha. That's exactly what you have got as the Vanaprastha or Aranyavasa, and where when once you retire totally from the city life, from your family life, and go to a far from the madding places, far from the madding crowd, and where you stay in vanas, where there is more nature present. So at that time also you cannot remain idle. You have to be doing homa and worship and pujas, and there we have got this. So when you visit the Aranyaka, that's why even Aruna Prashna, it tells you, Aranye Dhita Asamchayavan, in last paragraphs, you are going to get instructions, the time, the place, the kind, how you can perform the Aruna Ketuka Agni, and what are the ingredients, and ultimately what you are going to achieve when once you are doing that. Agni Chayana, Agni Aruna Ketuka Agni is Aruna. So we have got mantras for that commensurate and telling you all benefits. In that Aruna Ketuka Agni or Agni Chayana sacrifice, only we have got the sections called Namakam and Chamakam. See, Rudra Adhyaya, 16th chapter in Sukla Veda Madhyandara Samhita, and 18th chapter is Chamaka Adhyaya in the Madhyandara Samhita of Sukla Veda. And correspondingly, you have got in Yajurveda also 4 recensions are there, and in Taittiriya Samhita also you have got that parallel and so on. And exactly our Namakam Chamakam is supposed to be Satarudriyam, they call it, they are qualified as Satam, because the same Namakam Chamakam are found in their 108 versions or recensions or sakhas of Yajurveda. Therefore, much annotated, much, plentifully available Rudram. Maybe there are some variants, but in fact, when we conducted a whole day seminar on Rudra, there was one scholar who came out with the 6 recensions of the Rudram. See, in 6 recensions, Rudram, Anamakam, Chamakam, how they are styled and any variants are there, what could be the... So there was a wonderful paper on such that. So like that, here we got that he has to come to the Aruna Ketuka Agni sacrifice, which is being focused in this Aruna Prashna section. And so when they come, Indra with the horses in a desert, he has to grant fulfillment of all our desires. So why gods come to your sacrifice? Why do you invite God every day? Agamarthantu devanam gamanarthantu rakshasam. Because you want them to come and attend on you, as you are all mortals, as you are all having the so many inbuilt features. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya is one thing. And again, we have got other Antahkaranas. So, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. Well, all these things are there, but we can use it properly or misuse it or abuse it, overuse it, and make our life useful or not useful. Therefore, here in the next set of expression, Avandra Irindra Harivihi, Ayami Mayurarovi, Ayami. You observe the word Ayami, then once you come, you attend my sacrifice, when you bless me, later on, we will come with you to our place also. It's only a mutual understanding and visiting, as we are having the social breakup. You visit your friend's house, and in turn, you invite the friend also to come to your house. So that kind of to and fro, mutual growing on is there, and that is the culture of our India. That is the culture of our Vedas. So the Vedic culture tells us that you cannot be one-sided or single-minded, but you must have that kind of generality, that you should go and invite. You should, and they must also be visiting you. That's why Ayami, the same chariot, I'm going to get on, and therefore, so I feel so happy, like one who got satisfactory. Well, Nidhan Vevatam means anybody who has got his desire fulfilled, who got money or wealth or yajna phala therefrom, they're all completely complacent and happy. Therefore, here there is a kind of exchange. Oh Indra, you come to my sacrifice. You attend, you look upon our desires. And in return, please take us also to your loka. That is Swargaloka, where we will be able to note some more thing. And again, next we have got the expression as Anuvischa Mahadvischa Nigrishtaira Samayutaihi. Because I have done, I am not making you to recite. Kalair Haritvama Pannaihi Indra Ayahi Sahasra Yuku. So this passage also we covered in the previous session, but still, because there is a gap, I am revising. So, O Indra, who is Indra? Sahasra Yuku. He has got 1,000 eyes. That means absolutely highly vigilant personality. He cannot escape anybody, anything. Everything will go to his notice. And so he is a good Adhyatsha. The Sahasra does not mean only 1,000. It means innumerable and all round, so that nobody can escape the attention or the looks of anybody, of Paramatma. O Indra, you are having 1,000 eyes, but Ayahi, please come, Samayahi. You come to me, and with time which are of the form of horses. Say Anubhischa, Mahadbhischa, and these horses have no independence. Have no dependence, or they're independent with each other, and they are Nikrishvaihi. So the horses are celestial horses. They are constantly brilliant, shining forth, and moreover, and they are small and big in magnitude. That is, they can cover small distances and longer distances, and they have got all that kind of paces of coverage. So Anubhischa, Mahadbhischa, Nikrishtai, Samayutai, Kalair Harasthamapannai, Indra Ayahi Sahasrayuku. Oh, this is a metaphorical passage where the time, the Kala, is described to be the conveyor of the Indra to the place of worship. That we have to note, because everything is dependent upon time. Kala Sukta is there in Atharveda, and Kala Varnana is there, and he is called Mahakala. And Mahakala or Kala Bhairava, or what is that Kala? Time is a flow, time is a river, time is a Agni, fire. So nobody need bother. The time automatically makes people cooked or matured. That's why Kalo hi Jagat Bhatshakaha. They have been given a lot of things that the Kala is the Jagat Bhatshaka. It will burn any and everything. There is no consideration. Kala is Yama. And I hope you have noted, I have given sent the flyer invitation that on 17th and 18th December, Saturday, Sunday, in America, it is morning time for 3.5 hours. In India, from 6 to 9:30 in the evening hours, we are having number of scholars who are going to share their thoughts on Dharma and Adharma. See, both are competing each other, and Dharma and Adharma will stand before you and say, do you choose me? Which one you choose? You want to have a go on Dharma Marga in our life or Adharma Marga in our life? But you have results. Karma Phaleshu Tushtam. Whatever Marga you adopt, you are definitely going to reach the goal, Dharma Phala and Adharma Phala. Therefore, in Mahanarayana Upanishad, we have got Vaiswadeva Mantras section, wherein we have got a beautiful formula when we are doing offering Dharma Yasvaha, Adharma Yasvaha, Dharma Iti. So ultimately, what is the decision? Then the two things are placed before on your table, dining table. What you choose? Whether you choose a Adharma or Adharma. So, but it is advised by all our rishis, Dharma Iti, you should only choose Dharma. So that Dharma Meva Jayate Nanrutam, Satyam Eva Jayate Nanrutam. Like that, we have that kind of a Kala, Dharma Kala, or Kashta Kala, Nashta Kala. So Kala is only being characterized A, B, C, D like that. But so that's why what makes sun every day to come up, what makes the sun every day to set or sink is all the time. That's why we always make a prayer in our everyday puja. What do you say? Sadhyo Jatam Prabhadyami, Sadhyo Jataya Vai Namo Namaha, Bhave Bhavena, etc. So Sadhyo Jatam. So he is always fresh. Jatam, Jatam. Every day he is born fresh. Surya Bhagavan. And he is instantaneous. He will not take time to send his brilliance to people. The moment he is there in the horizon, on the east, on the morning, the entire electrification and radiance will be there. That's why he's called as Jyojat, every time fresh. So, the Kala, Kalaihi, Haritvama, Pannaihi, the word Kala describing as Haritvam. Hari means, Hari is the horse. Haritvam becoming horse-like. So time is the horse. Because time is horse is compared to the Indriyas. the senses of our body. And horse can never remain stable for not even a minute, not even a fraction of a second. Whether it will be moving its tail or mane or leg or anything like that. Similarly, our indriyas also can never remain stable. If one indriya were to remain stable, the other indriya will start working. Thereby, indriya niyamana is a very tough job. So much as the kala niyamana, to use the time appropriately is the most important thing. See, time and water, people like to waste. But time is something, when you waste it or when you spend away, you cannot get it back. So that is the Kala Sukta. Adhyayana tells you, Kalaha, that second you used is not back again. Similarly, when you borrow something, you may be able to return the article to your friend from whom you have borrowed. But if your friend borrows your time or you borrow his time, then you will never be able to return it at all. Finished. What is borrowed, done. Like that. And that's why appropriately the Aruna Prashna gives you idea, Aya, ಈ ಕಾಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕುದುರೆ. This is a horse. And therefore, the horse known for speed, horse known for some of factors. Therefore, Indra is desirous to come to your sacrifice. And Indra is a highly vigilant god. Nobody can escape the vigilance of the god. Therefore, Sahasra Gyuku. So the moments, seconds, years, and all such units of time are all brilliant. They are all independent. They never depend upon, but they are assumed the forms of horses and to assist Indra to reach your sacrifice. In Telugu, I got a beautiful statement just signifying the time, the primacy of the time. And I repeat the sloka. Gadiyarambuna takku takku mani vegam kottu sabdambu vembadi ఆయుష్యములొక్కటొక్కటిగా సోపానంబుల్ దిగ్గున్ బడుగాయి 14 విడగే పాథేయవర్జింపుమా. So I hope it. See, he says that as the pendulum in the clock keeps on making sound, tack, 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 then our ayushu also, our span of life in seconds and fractional seconds and minutes and all that will also slowly descend. Sabdambu vembadi. As the sound comes up, along with the sound, the time also goes off towards us. And ayushimulu, even our lifespan becomes shorter and shorter and shorter. And therefore, the advice given by the wise man is, wise guru is that, so please try to have some kind of food or tiffin box when you are traveling in your spiritual path for moksham. If you want moksham, you should have a tiffin box with you. What is that? The tiffin box is work, spiritual activity, austerity, and that exactly you are going to face that future. Even Aruna Prashna also tells you, Yopam pushpam Veda pushpavan prajavan pasuman bhavati. There, the first one which we are all told there is pushpavan. That is, you will be really doing justice to the meaning of the birth and purpose of birth, then you are to adopt that. So, this particular passage bears a message that Indra needs to visit your sacrifice on time and to bless the sacrificer and the performance. So Indra is also the Kalahimana Devata. Indra is the leader, is the governor of the Yama. Yama is also a Kalahimana Devata, Dharma Devata. That's why the Veda Ganga volume 28, which is under press, which you are going to see released on 17th, will contain the picture of Yama as a mark or emblem or representative of Dharma. So dharma, from whom you learn? From Yama only. That's why Dharma Raja and Vidura, those two people are the Yamavataras. Dharma Raja is the son of Yama, whereas Vidura is the Yama himself. And therefore, you see the Yama influence. That is Dharma influence there. So the sun is described as Indra here, and he is the sun at the base of all gods. Therefore, all gods are called Aditya. That also we should remember when he says Anuvischa Mahadvischa, that all gods basically called as Adityas. But all gods have changed their names as Gaindra, Agni, Vayu, Surya, Pushan, Mitra, etc. And they're all only representative of, they're all representing the different portfolios or the delegations given by Mahavishnu or the chief authority, Parabrahma. So, Yavallaru, Parabrahmana officers, Agni, Vayu, Surya, and all that. Therefore, whatever our portfolio or administrative powers given by Iswara, that only they are able to execute. So Aruna Ketuka Yaga is being conducted. In that, you see the visit of 1,000-eyed Indra in that. In fact, I remember the Aruna Ketuka Adhyayana was conducted in Bengaluru, in Girinagar, in Ganesha temple some time back, and I had the fortune of visiting as one of my students, Ramakrishna, took me there, and we waited there and we saw all the material, sambharas, for the Aruna Ketuka Agni Chayana being collected. And I was just wondering, then I was remembering the Aruna Prashna, because we are given the Yajna Sambharas or accessories for performing the Aruna Ketuka Agni, and one of them is the tortoise. So the tortoise is supposed to be the Parabrahma, first avatar first of the creation. Even before anything existed, soon after the Pralayam, the tortoise was there. That's what I will explain you when we come to that context. Therefore, tortoise says that I was earlier than anybody in the world. That's why Kurma Avatara. And I wish to refer to you all to a talk by Krishna Mohan from Atlanta on Matsya Kurma Varaha Avataras, which is in YouTube available, also in the WhatsApp too. And if necessary, I will put in the Aruna in our website or in our WhatsApp, Aruna Prashna. And you please watch how important is this, as narrated by Vyasa Bhagavan, and then ultimately how it is being described by Potana Mahatya in Telugu, and this was really fantastic. And so how that tortoise, so like that, here also you see the tortoise, therefore there is a dictation given, na kurmamasniyat, you may eat anything in the world. If you are a non-vegetarian fellow, you may eat all kinds of flesh, but you never should eat a monkey and a tortoise. Na kurmamasniyat tad vratam. Aruna Prashna tells you, you should never eat a tortoise, and that must be your discipline in your daily things. Anyway, I'm just taking a little deviation because the explanation available or the scope available for explanation is really very much. Therefore, we are just trying to know that the Kalabhimana Devatas are there, and they are very much connected with the Aruna Ketuka Yaga, which anybody would start. And in that Yaga, we have got Surya Bhagavan coming, who is Indra also. He will be coming to us, and appropriately to the start of the time. You know, whenever you want to start the Yajna, you will say, Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Navamahe Gavinga Vinam Upavasravastavam Jeshtarajam Brahmanan Brahmanaspada Anasranvanuti Sadhanam. So when once you make a Ganapati Prarthana or Vishwaksena Prarthana, Vishwaksena is the command, is the charioteer, an important member guiding Surya Bhagavan, guiding Mahavishnu. And for Shiva, Pramathaganadhipati is Mr. Vigneswara or Mahaganapati. So depending upon your liking and traditional context, you invite them first and then they come. And once they come and sit in our sacrificial ground, then all gods will automatically start coming to you. That's why you see, Kalair Haritvama Pannai Indraya Sahasrayuku. Then we have got talk about the other bills. See, Agnir Vibhrasti Vasavaha Vayu Sveta Sikadrika Samvatsaro Vishu Varnaihi Nityaste Nucharastava Subramhanyogam Subramhanyogam Subramhanyom Indra Gacha Hariva Gacha Medha Tithe Mesha Vrishanaha Vishe Swasya Mene, etc. So the 58th passage, as is being displayed on the screen by Rama Yamanuru, who is the master of the entire Aruna Prashna scheme. And Surya Bhagavan is very much kind towards him to give him opportunity, in spite of so many busy activities, to turn to Aruna Prashna class on each Saturday to the benefit of his own and all people in the world. Whoever watch the recording or YouTube or in Google Meet, it will be very interesting. Therefore, here, see Agni, Vayu, some and seasons. These are all the companions of Surya Bhagavan. So Agni is very motley in color. Yeah, it has got a wonderful variegated dress. So the Agni is that. Next we have got Vayu Sveta Sikadrikaha. Then the Vayu Deva is there, who has got that Sveta Varna, and he has also got the Vasanas, Vasavaha, and so Vayu. And these 8, there are 8 Agnis, and all the prayer is for the 8 Agnis in this particular section. Agnihi Vibhra Asti Vasavaha. And Sveta Sikadrukaha. You understand? That bright robes are there to Agni, and that's why even in Ajurveda, in Agnihotra section, there is already prayer given to him, Agni, Vaso Agni Paridhatsva. Vaso, you must catch that number. Vasu means 2 pieces of the dress, unstitched garments. Upper garment and lower garment. Therefore, it is always advised for people who take to religious activity, they should not wear only dhoti and start doing it. No, they should have upper garment. Even when you learn Veda, Uttariyam is important, cover your chest and our shoulders and all that. So that's why Agni wants 2 clothes. That's why Vaso Agni Paridhatsva. And moreover, Sveta Sikadrukaha, he has different forms. Dust. So when Vayudeva is said to be giving rise for different colored dust particles. Whenever Vayu blows, he will give you the sight of dust particles. And therefore, Sveta Sikadrukaha, that is, he is one who causes dust from the earth as he blows. And moreover, Vishu Varna. And next we have got the seasons. There are 6 seasons. And even every season has got different color. So Indra, being the Lord of gods, who have a number of followers behind him, and among them, the most important followers of Indra, as he visits your sacrifice, are Agni, Vayu, and Surya, and the seasons, Rutus. We have already got some knowledge about Rutus in the earlier sections of the Aruna Prashna. There it says, Rutuhu Rutunanudhyamanaha Vinanada Vidhavaha Sastischatrigumsaka Valgaha. Like that we understood. I wish that you must revise before you continue next class. If you keep on be aware of these Aruna Prashna previous portions done, or watching the recordings that done about Aruna Prashna, then you are comfortable because you will never lose anything. Rather, you gain punyam, you gain knowledge, because Aruna Prashna is a wonderful text which talks about the importance of nature, the influence of nature, the quality of the nature, etc. Thereby, we are all born in nature. Prakriti is important for us. Therefore, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, what is the Rutu function? What is the responsibility of the season? Rutuhu rutunan udyamanaha. Rutu pushes the another Rutu to come forward. So the Rutu cycles, it is circular. They keep on revolving. And in revolution, one point pushes the other point. Another point pushes that point. So there is a kind of cycling, recycling like that. Thereby, there is no, and therefore, it ultimately in other place, they said that all Rutus have got the characteristics of every other Rutu in them. See, Rutu Lakshana is there in other Rutus also. For example, summer has got the Lakshana of the winter or rainy season or all that. So therefore, no Rutu is totally clean, clear, crystal clear, like the sun, like the sky in the Ashvija Masa. That's why of all the Purnimas, Ashvija Purnima is supposed to be wonderfully bright. And people will go for a moonlight dinner and moonlight walk and moonlight enjoyment, because no clouds generally are to be found on the day. Absolutely, the moon, full moon, is having this rule, giving you plenitude of Jyotsna, like that. So, like that here also, the Yandra is associated with these three fellows, and he comes to you. What a beautiful idea. You just keep on reflecting that nobody comes alone to your house. And he has so many things with him. He brings his punya, papa, and everything to your house. Therefore, you have these, when these great people like Indra were to visit you, they will bring most important among all gods, Agni, Vayus, and seasons. And the seasons are important because only during the seasons, all festivals and celebrations take place. Now you must have observed when Kartika Amavasya is done, Deepavali, Asvijaka, when Deepavali is over, then we got the dark months. In the dark months, the attitude difference. So the cold begins, nights increase, etc. All these changes do place. Then we have got birthdays, birthday celebrations, Valmiki Jayanti, Shankar Jayanti, Jayanti, until again Ashadha Amavasya comes up. That is called Bhiman Amavasya. So this is how the Hindu calendar has been framed and designed and published since a very long time. And because of this Hindu calendar, we are having 60 days per season. So we have in India, 60 days make one full season done. And another season will come. Therefore, that's a wonderful motley of life. Therefore, here we are making the Indra to come to your retinue, to your says, along with the retinue behind him. And there is a poetic discussion of Agni, Vayu, and Samvatsara. As year is framed because of 6 seasons. Masaha, Anubhishya, Mahadbhishya, and we have got word Masaha, Ardhamasaha, and Samvatsaromitha. Ultimately, the final unit of time is year. So our calculation or our count of time is only in terms of year. How many years have passed? So we always celebrate our birthday once a year, because that only once a year our birth date comes, our birthday comes, or our birth star will come every month. Birth star you don't care, but you care more the birth year and birth date, etc. So when we are living, we celebrate our birthday, but when we are dead, the living people will celebrate our death day. That's what we call Shraddha Tithi. But anyway, there is celebration, whether in mourning way or in a jubilant way, done like that. And now we come across the beautiful statement which I have that, and this is the same word repeated 3 times with different meanings. Nityaste nucharastava subramhanyogam subramhanyogam subramhanyom. Look at the word om, the ends with omkara. Gu being typical mark of the style of the Yajurveda. ಈ ಗುಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನು ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಅರ್ಥ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, but it is only the characteristic and typical lakshana of Yajurveda. Therein Krishna Yajurveda. And Rigveda is, I mean, Shukla Yajurveda is like Rigveda. There are no gums there. And actually, the Shukla Yajurveda is modeled out of the planning, arrangement, and all that of Rigveda. That's exactly what was asked by Yajnavalkya Maharshi to Surya Bhagavan to give me. I don't want Yatayama and this. I want fresh yajus from your mouth. Because Surya Narayana is Veda Parayana, is Veda Murti. Surya Murti is Veda Murti. When pleased with the tapas done by the Yajnavalkya Maharshi, he appeared and with the horse head as Ayadriva or something like that. Then he, when the desire was given, I want Sukla Nejumshi. I want pure Sukla which are not found elsewhere. I want them on the model of Rigveda. Then Surya Bhagavan, he blessed him, and therefore, who is the revealing authority among gods? Sukla Veda is Surya Bhagavan, and we have the fortune of studying that. That's why you feel here that there is the word Subramhanya. Brahma is Veda. Brahma is a Brahmana. Brahma is wisdom. And everybody born is Brahmas. But through effort, through tapas, through upasana, you can become Subramhanya. So if you want to become a Subramhanya, that is Sukham Brahmanyam. Sutaram Brahmanyam, Sushtu Brahmanyam, etc. will be the way how you split that. That Su stands for positivity and good quality. Therefore, Brahma and Nya. Nya, of course, this is. So, Subramhanyo. So, this just means that one who is interested in the Vedas, who likes the contents of the Vedas, and who is extremely devoted to the wealth of the Indra. So a wealth of Indra. What is the wealth of Indra? That is called Indra Aiswaryam. So normally we talk about Indravat Aiswaryam Dehime. In the Gayatri Prarthana, Tvamaham Prarthayishyami Aiswaryam Dehime Sada. In some words, they say that Gayatri Ramayana is there, beginning with Tatsavitarvarenyam. In that, at one stage, we are giving the idea that we are to be given Aiswaryam Dehime Sada. For example, Denkara Dhvaninatvam hi Dushtarakshasabandhini Tvamaham Prarthayishyami Aiswaryam Dehime Sada. So if you want to have some Aiswarya, and what exactly is Aiswarya also should know. Merely the paper notes, number of them is no Aiswarya. In fact, when once you are spiritually oriented, and that paper note will have any significance to you. In fact, it's an experience to me when I went to Haridwar or some other Rishikesh, and some sadhuji approached us for alms. Then suddenly, one 500 rupee note was given to him, saying that. Then that sadhu, he returned 500 rupee note back to the giver and said, "Sir, I don't want rupee note. I mean, I don't want paper money. I want, if you have got a fruit or if anything to eat immediately, you give me. I'm hungry." So that is the attitude which sadhus in true sense pick up. So fortunately, there was some banana or some such fruit. Then that was offered to him. He went with the blessing, and with all happiness that sadhu went away. Sadhana madavaru ellaru sadhu. And I experience personal knowledge. The paper money in the people become mad to gather more and more the paper sheets. No, you should have that spiritual formations and all that. Therefore, he said, Subramanyogam, Subramanyogam, Subramanyogam. Indra agacha, Hariva agacha, Medhatithehe. So next we continue to note about what is this Medhatithi, how this Indra's behavior is being conducted, and Indra being a king, a richest person, and having a wonderful support of all gods. Maharaja is having number of supporters. And as you know, in Bhagavad Gita, that Duryodhana comes to Dronacharya in the first chapter and addresses him saying that here is the Maheshvasaha. So there are hundreds of Maharathas are there, Atirathas are there, Maheshvasas are all belonging to our party like Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, Aswathama, and Karna, Vikarna, and etc. Shelya, all these fellows are there who have gathered to me to support. And ultimately what irks us is, or any good person is, Madarthe Chakta Jivitaha. See, at the cost of losing the life of others, Duryodhana wants to continue to be on the throne. That's a very bad idea. Adharma. So that irritates all gods, even Krishna. But whereas Arjuna said, Siddhanti Mamagatrani, I am looking at my own kith and kin whom on my side, on the other side. If I kill them, I will be a bigger sinner. I will be getting permanent. So this is the kind of dharma attitude, selfishness and non-selfishness attitude. And that has got to be conquered by the study of this particular Aruna Prashna. That's what we are understand. Indra agacha, Hariva agacha, Medhatithehe, Mesha Vrishanaha, Mene Swasya. So this is how we explain next session, next Saturday most probably. And we are having next Sunday, that is on 11th December, a beautiful lecture on the Mahabharata as a Moksha Shastra and Santarasa by learned professor from Kerala. Flyer will be posted to you. You're all requested to make use of the opportunity of words from the mouth of a great learned scholar on Mahabharata. So with these few words, today we are lucky to have some ideas about Surya Bhagavan. He is also very bright in Indianapolis now, just now. Thank you. So, Om Swasti Chapani Sahana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Sri Veda Purushasirvadostu. Om Tat Satu.